friends, and thank you for coming to visit me again on Shaving with Rich. Today's shave is brought to you by Proraso's, what is this? Cypress Vetyver cream. I dispense it out of an old hand soap container. One pump seems to be enough for a regular shave. I followed that up, or preceded it, with using the Intergalactic pre-shave cube. We're lathering things up with the Maggard synthetic, and today's instrument is the Zuma Kamisori blade. I don't use Kamisoris very much, and I don't know, something I'm curious about. So this one came from Sam. He was reducing his flock, and it came to me. And it's deadly sharp now. They take an amazing edge. Dang it. I fiddled around too much and my face dried up. Oh, this Kamisoris are made in Japan using their traditional forging techniques. They tend to have a super hard edge, and it's surrounded by softer metals, and you can see under a microscope the where these hard layers and soft layers are kind of where the hard part is sandwiched in between soft parts, and it's real evident on this one. A little nervous actually about this. Let me get myself up with a little alum here. Here we go. It was an interesting morning. I'm watching two of our members discover a candidate that may surpass the Graham Field as a top of the heap on the bad blade pile. That takes some doing. I think they had to actually try. That was an interesting thing. Bravo to you guys, Dave in Kentucky, and Chad, for being brave for at least one pass. For guys who are unfamiliar with the traditional Kamisori, it's an asymmetrical blade. It's designed really for the handle to be, for the one side to be against your face all the time, and all the way around. It's because in those days, when these were first come up with, if somebody else was doing the shaving, when you're shaving yourself, unless you're ambidextrous or able to maneuver it properly, it's difficult to use a handle one side all the way over. So you have to flip it over kind of upside down on your offhand side. That's something I've not gotten used to yet. You have to be kind of, at least I'm being pretty careful with it. So far, I've been fortunate and not been fish gilled. With the Kamisori, but I've only used it 6 or 7 times. Shout out to all my friends in the upper Midwest. We had snow last weekend, or this weekend. My brother lives in Chicago. We're actually in Highwood, right next to Highland Park in the north part of Chicago. And he got 2 inches of snow. He called me, he was pretty disgusted. See, you get kind of used to crazy winter stuff when you live up there, but this must be crazy even for upper Midwest. We had a little coolness yesterday. Day after that they got the snow, we usually got the weather the next day, and it was just cool and rainy. It was the wife Unit's birthday yesterday, so I had to be nice to her all day. So I bought us tickets to see the Avengers movie on Thursday. That's her next day off. And so we were, by booking pretty well in advance in the kind of movie theaters we have, we had to reserve seats. So I got some pretty good seats for to see the movie. Pretty much unobstructed. It's going to be a long movie though, so my strategy is to not drink anything for about an hour or two before, so I don't have to take a pee break in the middle. You'd think when they start to approach that length of a movie that they would provide an intermission or something. That would make sense to me. But we'll see. I don't have nearly the durability problems that spouse unit does. All I have to do to make this successful is outlast her. But then I fear that if I do outlast her, then I'll get later into the movie and then I'll miss important stuff. So I don't know, that strategy might backfire on me. I'm having to overlook a bunch of stuff in my YouTube feed. To avoid the spoilers. Well, if I had a clockwise grain, I think, with this blade, I'd be okay. With the grain anyway, because I could go this way on one side and this way on the other and be with the grain, but that just doesn't work out. This thing is really slashing the hair though. And very tempted to do another full face shave. With this intergalactic pre-shave block, it started to raise a lather, and it's still super slick even after I've removed the lather. That doesn't work. I don't think I've torn anything up here, but still a little ragged through here. I think it's because I'm being pretty ginger careful. I'm not as comfortable with this razor as I am with a standard straight, so I'm taking great care on the especially vulnerable parts of my neck. I'm going this way. Got a tiny blade stall there. Didn't cut me, but I did have to stop breathing for a second. Okay. Let's do kind of an inspection here. And do little touch-ups here and there. Even being kind of unfamiliar, not used to this shape of a blade or kind of shaving, even with a popsicle stick like this, I still gave a pretty good shave. Very pleased. I'm going to clean up the space here and I'll be right back. Welcome back and thank you for waiting. Today's shave was brought to you by Proraso Cypress and Vetyver. We followed it up with the fine fresh Vetyver. We used the Maggard synthetic brush, and today we used the Azuma Kamisori. A pretty good shave overall. The high alcohol in the Vetyver showed I might have been a little heavy-handed or scraped up a little bit right here under my jowls, but that's pretty much a normal place for me. Good shave overall. Thank you for coming to visit, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.